Hi, Aries. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and get you a message. I'm kind of called to this deck right away, so let's get started. Aries, people and placements. Okay, there could be a lack of apology or something, or forgiveness or understanding in a situation. Oh, shoot, that really went flying. You could find that a union or an integration of opposites is kind of kind of passing you by in some kind of sense. You could have a hard time making peace with people, being diplomatic, mediating vibes. There's a need to let go of aggression or passion or energy in this situation. Be direct and clear. You could feel like there's a lack of clarity here. Um, but yeah, it looks like you're needing to really come home within yourself, I think, to find some kind of grounding. Mercury will be moving more direct in September. So we're going to go ahead and get a magical, beautiful card. Aries, most important vital messages and advice for Aries. So the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts in the season of Intaka, bringing the unconsciousness to light. So this is about a purification, of fasting, a kind of release, a cleansing vibe here for sure. Let's go ahead and read the golden children. 70. Okay, so this is about your relationship dynamics in general, the opposite person from you. The seventh house always rules somebody opposite from you. It's actually Libra energy, which we're basically entering into very shortly, which is the opposite of Aries because Aries begins basically like an astrological new year, I guess. It's a very aggressive energy. It's when the sun is getting hot, feisty, right, to start that growth. And then we have Libra, which is more about the culmination, the ending. It's when the sun becomes weaker and it's phasing back into winter, right, for that rest and renewal. So let's see. Golden children, children of the sun, are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life due to their unique intelligence. They may find themselves easily bored. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, so and if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as new humans. I mean, astrologically, any planet that's in the 0 degree or just beginning it kind of exhibits the most childlike beginning energy of that kind of zodiac sign, right? So, and then if you have like a Saturn in that zodiac sign, it's completely the opposite because Saturn rules winter, which is the harvest, the completion. You might be a very mature version of that zodiac sign, right? So, it's kind of like if you're new at anything, right? You're giving that kind of exuberant, childish energy, that kind of chaotic kind of vibe. If you pull this, because near the end of life, right, you have less energy, less and less and less, right? If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning to treat yourself, or the new beginning with sweet, tender love, to nourish and nurture it, to give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood, to encourage it, to water it, to see the world through the innocence of a child, to see yourself and all others as innocent children, to remember that deep down everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as the journey through this great adventure called life. So there is a need to kind of lean into a more mutable, less energetic, less passionate way of achieving your goals. Maybe pulling back, being receptive type vibes. We'll see the Seas of Mintaka. 98. Deep psychological wisdom is being gained. The occult could be helping you as well, spirits. Yeah, this could be something about like a new way of interacting in relationships. Mintaka is thought to have been a water-based planet containing the most crystal clear waters you could ever imagine, so clear you could see for miles and miles underwater. The seas of Mintaka represent the crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. It's about the ability and the choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be your natural trait, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has great potential. Mintakans are thought to have been a galactic race who saw the light in everyone and everything. You may have received this card as confirmation that the situation or project has extreme potential and will reach fruition. If it appears in a spread, it's very positive that things are working out for the highest potential of all involved. It's a very uplifting, light-filled card that brings great harmony and contentment and positive outcomes. That which we do not bring to consciousness appears in our life as fate by Carl Jung. When water appears in dreams and art, it often represents the unconscious. Pulling this card also means you may be called to bring light to any unconscious patterns to which you're unaware, to look at them and see clearly and consciously so they don't appear in your life as fate. What unconscious patterns or behaviors are ready to be brought to the light? Okay. I feel like I'm going to pull you guys a Kali. It's a very nice spiritual deck. Aries. Whoa. Did it go on the ground? Maybe I went back in the deck. That was very strange. Okay. Oh, it came out. Sheesh. Wow. It's such a fierce card to come out, especially in Aries reading. Wow. Let's go ahead and read that. New mindset shifts. Maybe it's the way you communicate that's important here. Your local people in your community, neighbors, anybody you meet. Her timing is fierce, with compassionate wisdom. To love her is to honor greater knowing. She demands the surrender of her futile attempts to control that which is beyond her sphere of understanding, and then with pain transforms into the sweet pleasure of release. Even the right thing can attain fruition at the wrong time. Trust her and be shown again and again. Her divinely orchestrated workings of time serve you faithfully with love and grace. Callie's outstretched tongue and open mouth signify fierce form as the devouring divine warrior goddess. Time emerges from Callie and ends with her. To birth the new, she devours the old. Persistence for clinging to what has been the attachment to our past pain and the fear of the unknown future are no match for her genius and unwavering will to clear it away and provide the best conditions for the next chapter to unfold. There are cosmic cycles within which personal cycles in our life must align. There are karmic time frames that govern the soul contracts and relationships, the timing of life, circumstances, and changes of fortune, and the opening up of pathways. Using free will, she can enhance the flow of healing and do all we can to ready ourselves to step forward at the appropriate moment. Yet it is the Divine Mother and her infinite wisdom and regenerative power that knows and enacts the perfect transition at the best time. She orchestrates the shifting of individual and collective cycles to be in harmony with each other, and so being gained spiritual benefit through what unfolds. The Oracle of Yuga Shakti confirms that you are going through to experience considerable change. The timing of this unfoldment is significant. There are many factors at play. You'll sense when the correct moment is upon you. During this time, globally, the light of spiritual knowledge is partially subsumed with the darkness of ignorance and confusion. Even those with the awareness to have positive intentions can become confused and place profit above integrity, attack brothers and sisters on the path, and lay claim to knowledge on a false foundation. Even when intentions are noble, in effect, our actions can create further suffering. Such conflict and confusion are signs of asuric or negative forces have gained the upper hand. Kalima's darkness and ferocity are required to redress the spiritual imbalance. We are particularly in need of our most terrifying manifestations when we become confused to what belongs to the highest sacred truth and what doesn't. Do not allow yourself to be convinced by another being, another of anything. Lean into your heart connection with the divine. Inner clarity and higher understanding will arise. You will see how close the chapter on the past. You will see how close the chapter on the past and I think it's how to close the chapter on the past and move into a new cycle. Unique to iconography of Kali in the Hindu tradition, from which she emerges, is her poked out tongue. Kali's tongue represents wild mystery teaching. The tongue is the organ of discernment, digestion, and speech. It assists us in taking the right things in and expressing ourselves as we choose. The mother tongue means the language of our birth. Kali is the cosmic mother tongue. She is the original spiritual language of our hearts and souls. Hers is the language of spirit and light and truth beneath the form and the reassurance that although we must submit to the shifting of greater cycles, those cycles ultimately move for our greatest spiritual benefit. When Kali unfurls her tongue with ferocious expression, she is embarking upon spiritual deliverance. It is the action that precedes her bringing about the end of a diabolical era of greed, fear, confusion, hatred, self-righteousness, and negativity. The tongue of Kali is a reminder that no matter how we may see unfolding what we may see unfolding before us, there is a pathway back to the heroic and beautiful. If you have been struggling to let go of a negative legacy, perhaps one that extends back through generations or has infiltrated a group you belong to, this oracle signifies a radical divine intervention will take place. Call upon her for such assistance. Know that an era of darkness is going to end unexpectedly and suddenly. A new spiritual dawn will arise. An entirely new era is due to unfold. So keep close to Ma. She shall ensure it is brought into the best way at the best time. I mean, we do have a lot of planets that will begin to move into Aries, like Neptune and Saturn, I think next year, 2025 or something. So we are preparing for this new era to emerge. Pluto is also going to move forward in Aquarius, right, which is a 20-year cycle. So that's a new 20-year era. So there is a lot of beginning energy coming up for us, which should benefit you, honestly. But if it's Neptune and Saturn, there can be a kind of disillusion, which Neptune can rule, and Saturn can bring this kind of reality check in a sense too. Which means we need to have very strong, mature leaders who understand the importance of, maybe divine connection. Neptune is the last zodiac sign planet, so it's kind of like the more mature one. It's about oneness with everything, right? So let's continue leaning into that kind of when everything seems unclear, we have to kind of create with our words this new reality, right? Getting away from addictions or looking at the subconscious directly, right? So let's see your best advice maybe with this card. Aries, best advice. What do you need them to do right now? Okay. You could have felt overburdened for quite a while as well, and this could be ending, and that's why it's so important that we're kind of closing out chapters. 9 of Candles. Weariness, fatigue, creative block, and setback. The man that we meet in this card really doesn't want to be in this situation. He has weariness on his features that belies his outer demeanor. He is trying his best to get on with things. The holidays are quickly approaching, and he feels the need to prepare. He may very well recently recovered from a bout of illness or a setback that drained his resources. Rather than during the Christmas shopping, he would rather be at home curled up by the fire, but he feels a sense of obligation that often comes with the holidays. He is not a weak person, but he has since learned the limitations of his own resilience. He tries to keeping on, but at any moment he expects a relapse or a return to a previous and difficult situation. He is questioning his own stamina and courageousness to get things done. At any moment he feels like the bottom will fall out of his world and all creativity and abilities will tumble onto the wet streets. So there is like a lack of maybe leadership or like fun in your life. You have recently been tested on many levels: your faith, your body, your ability to stand up and fight for what you want, and what is just and right in your life and in the lives of others. You have certainly been ground up in the middle of effort and defense, constantly having to stand and protect either yourself or those around you. It is exhausting, and there is no great and there is no great surprise that you feel utterly depleted. You may be recovering from a bout of illness, but be kind to yourself. Healing takes time. Trust yourself and have the courage to move on. I mean, I think the more that you can lean into kind of fun or relaxing, or maybe like sex, enjoyment, children, being childlike, introducing creative hobbies, things that give you joy, things that are an outlet for you in your life, especially if you are, we are going through a difficult time. I'm sure astrologically we always are. We've had a lot of crazy energy. This is the period of letting go after that full moon that we had last week. We're leaking things out of our life, letting go of patterns so that we can move with that. I think it's September 2nd new moon, into a new era and help to establish. Virgo can rule cleanliness as well with that new moon in Virgo, that's coming up. So it can mean like a new beginning, to be purification, before our new beginnings. That'll happen more and more in 2025. So I think I'm going to get a piece of advice from the angels for Aries. Best piece of advice. Something about finances. Maybe you have to be more creative thinking financially. Your mind is one with God's, and therefore you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow the ideas to come to fruition, and pay yourself first. So it's important that you are saving enough money, that maybe you're being more saving oriented with your finances at this time, saving more money if you can. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments only pushes the abundance away. So you got to feel abundant in the moment. Do money magic, do money rituals, grab some tarragon, grab some oregano, basil, mint, whatever you've got around that symbolizes abundance, and attract it into your sphere, right? We do have Venus moving into Libra. Libra can rule business contracts, relationships with others. And so if you're looking to get maybe a leg up from a relationship, a contract, a situation, even a love situation too, maybe write down what you seek. Words are very powerful. Put some herbs in there. It's really about sending the intention out. It'll come back with the power of 3, right? So it's just taking that moment to ground yourself, clear everything away, and do that intentional call to receive something, to let go and believe that it is coming with the law of assumption, right? So instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and the shift helps you attract support and golden opportunities. So maybe by putting yourself and others, like wishing good upon others and wishing for more abundance in general, like for people around you as well, that could help as well, or how you can help other people with your finances too. But let's go ahead and get some deeper messages for you guys. Aries, whoa. The underworld. Yeah, something could be ending here. You could feel like there's a need to rise above the occasion, to see a different perspective on something. Aries, people, placements. The comic, seeing, even if something's sad at the moment, it's important that you find the silver lining. Maybe look at movies or inspirations for joyous. I really like authentic movies. I just saw the one with Andy Garcia and Meg Ryan. That was really great. It was really deep too. It's a really deep movie. What was it called? When a Man Loves a Woman. So I don't know, maybe just like try to get yourself inspired or see different situations. That movie is not a comedy really, but it is kind of humorous, and it is about a really serious subject matter. And it's deep. So anyways, the self and the judge. So you could have been judging yourself or others very harshly, like life in general. You could have, and this could have pushed people away from you as well. So we're going to go ahead and get some deeper advice. Best advice for Aries. But it's like something, yeah, I was just going to say, like a new beginning is coming with the seed in the center of your card. It might not feel like it's happening fast enough or it's here yet, but it is coming. Trust in divine detours. Something might have to realign itself. Freedom is yours. Wow. Freedom is yours. Okay, I think I'm going to read that one for you guys. Number 33. So this is all about give and take dynamics with other people. It's all about communication. 33. Okay, when horse spirit appears, you are gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom. It's a time for travel and adventure, whether that means a trip or taking a different type of journey, one of freedom and choice. Horse spirit reminds you that no matter the circumstances, you have free will and choices that can take you to a better place, better situation, better state of being. For there will be no one but you to rein in your will and make a different decision. You are capable of making powerful choices that affect you for a long time to come. Horses are social animals known to be a friend to mankind, willing to carry us forward when we need it. Horse Spirit reminds you that help will be available to you whenever you need it, and companions will be by your side wherever you choose to go, whatever direction you choose to travel. Life is an adventure, and Horse Spirit wants you to know that whatever the choices you make, you have great spirit within, invisible yet holding you up and always walking by your side. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you can set your heart free to experience love in all forms. Spirit whispers to you that the gift of freedom is yours if you allow yourself to break out of perfectionism and stubbornness, make a move, and enjoy the freedom of letting go of the need to control. And beautiful energy, a new start in attracting what you desire towards you, self-love, and that kind of abundance. The second house can also rule finances, and I see a new start for you in there. So I hope you like this reading. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe, or hit the buy me a coffee link. I just noticed the pearl is kind of like radiating out from the self here, and then we have the seed, which is like reverberating out. You know how I said everything comes back with the power of three. Maybe judgment is making a different choice in regards to how to manifest or what you're manifesting. Maybe write down, if I like, a question is like exactly the type of situation you want to be in, or the type of life you want to live. What is the feeling? Where are you? What is around you? What are you doing? What are you feeling? What do you have around you? What is yours to possess? And maybe just like strong choices in the way that you think about things. And you can see how the palm is open there, like ready to receive, right? But you have to first create it, right? So I hope you like this reading. Thank you so much. Take care.